What up, Blockheads? So I'm just out today doing a lunch run. It's actually not raining, which is amazing, because if you guys have lived in Florida before, you know it starts raining in the summer, right? Yeah, so basically the normal summer weather pattern here is like, oh man, I really need to run auto-tune on this thing. Maybe I'll pull over and start up auto-tune. Maybe not. Anyways, the normal summer weather pattern is in the afternoons it rains for like an hour, but for some reason this summer it's been raining for like 6 to 7 hours on end, and so it's like not the normal summer weather pattern, and it just freaking destroys the afternoon. I think I've said something about it previously in a video, but anyways, I'm not going to be that complain about the weather vlogger. Anyways, I'm just out riding around over lunch. I'm gonna go grab some food at the end of this run. Damn bug. Damn D-cell pop. And yeah, while on this ride, figured that I would talk about a topic once again pertaining to the Sportster, to the Iron 883, because this guy commented on, actually not even one guy, it's been multiple people previously that commented about, and this will strike a chord with a couple of you I imagine, basically commented saying the Sportster line of Harleys are girls' bikes. And so like I got a ton of flack, like kind of more towards the beginning of starting up the channel. You know, obviously I based it on the Harley Iron 883, which is a Sportster. And so yeah, there was lots of comments that I got like in the beginning, you know, people saying like, upgrade to a real bike, you know, like just talking shit constantly, like, oh, you got a girl's bike, the Sportsters. The 883 is the smallest engine that Harley makes. You know, just people like talking ignorant out their ass. So I always thought it was funny because to me, like whenever people come at you like that, and it's one of the things I actually addressed in the Q&A, was somebody asked me like if I've ever gotten shit for owning a Sportster, or if anybody like had ever given me shit about it. And I said, yeah, online, you know, like all these keyboard warriors like to give me a hard time online. Like I said, keyboard warriors, but in person nobody ever gave me shit for owning that bike. People would always come up and be like, oh bro, I love your bike, you know, I'd always get love for it in traffic, and you know, but in person, no, nobody ever talked shit. And this was, you know, from people that own like bigger bikes too, you know, so like it was never a problem. So I just think it's funny. But the whole subject, the whole topic of it, you know, like, is a Sportster a girl's bike? Really, dude, what are you doing? I don't think you know what you're doing. There we go. That's a better place to do that. Thank you. The whole topic about it, like, oh, like the person that comes at you and says, like, that's a girl's bike. Dude, a girl's bike is any bike that a girl is riding, you know? There's no such thing as like a certified girl's bike, you know? Because I mean, there's definitely like, so I would be willing to bet that there's girls that can ride way better than all these little b****s that are posting that stuff up. Maybe I should title this a Grinds My Gears episode if I'm gonna be cussing and stuff like that, because it's one of those things, like it does kind of grind my gears, because I feel like it's really ignorant. You know, it's like these people just talking shit. My whole thought on the matter is, ride what you want, do what makes you happy. For somebody to be like, oh, like, I don't know, to kind of bring this negative energy, bring this negativity to like whoever it is, you know, and say like, oh, your bike sucks, like it's a girl's bike. Like, nah, man, leave that shit at the door, you know, like nobody needs that. You know, I'm sure that person chose the bike that they chose for a reason. Just to throw this out there as well, I didn't ever care about those comments, you know. I told all those people to go kick sand. Being nice. Please be patient, do not drive on the grass. What? They have problems with that here or something? I've never cared what people thought, you know, like I do things for myself. I do things that make me happy. And the Sportster, buying the Sportster, you know, buying the Iron 883 was something that made me incredibly happy. you know, and it led to this channel, you know, like the channel was basically born from the iron. It was iron born. All right, anybody that can tell me what that's from gets a free sticker. First person, only one person. This bike gets hot. It'll be a 267. I gotta get an oil cooler for this thing and possibly some love jugs. Keep the temps on this thing down. Does not like setting. Oh shit. That's a good spot, Cap. It's a good spot. So anyways, let me try and get some cohesive thoughts together on this whole thing about the Sportster being a girl's bike. So, based on, like the reason that I bought the Sportster is because it was affordable. I love the looks of it, you know, and it was, yes, it's a smaller Harley. It's not like one of the big old freaking like road glides or, you know, big old like, you know what I'm talking about, the freaking RV baggers that come all set up and they're like, it's like a freaking motorhome on two wheels. I ain't about that life. Let me go right. Pardonnez-moi. Anyway, so yeah, the reasons I bought the Sportster, you know, smaller bike, affordable, wasn't like a freaking motorhome like bagger. I'm not a huge fan of baggers. I can understand their purpose, you know, like being able to haul stuff on a motorcycle, and you know, if you're going across country or, you know, on a long trip, the ability to have those bags, you know, like definitely is a perk. I hate these mirrors. I'm gonna freaking do that in order to see past my arm. So stupid. Let me get some bar on mirrors. What's that, dude? So, yeah, I mean, there's lots of reasons that I bought it, and it was an awesome introductory bike, you know, for a Harley especially. And everybody was saying that I would outgrow it, and yeah, they were totally right. I did outgrow it, but I didn't realize I had outgrown it until I test rode another Harley, specifically this one. But it isn't, there is, like I said, there is no certified, like, or, you know, designated girl's bike. If a girl rides it, then, you know, that's the girl's bike. For people that say, like, it's a girl's bike, I just want to, like, a prime example of it not fitting a girl. So Miss Blockhead, I originally bought the iron thinking like, okay, like I know I'm gonna outgrow the bike. It's a good starter, but whenever I'm done with it, I'll give it to Miss Blockhead and she'll enjoy it. Well, that wasn't the case because she actually didn't like the iron. She thought it was too big. She thought it was too heavy, and the way that the battery cover stuck out and the oil like reservoir on the right side, the oil tank on the right side, she wasn't a big fan of that because it, you know, her being like 5 foot, I want to say 5'4". I think she's 5'4". She said that she didn't feel like the bike fit her. Gotta be a little loud. The person looked like they were gonna come over. Yep, and look at that, they were looking over. That's a whole other episode about being able to read people and read the, almost like the body language of cars in traffic. You know, the guys want to get over. Anyway, so yeah, the Sportster, the Iron 883, actually didn't even fit Miss Blockhead. Like, she wasn't a fan of it. And so then she basically started looking at other bikes, and she found the Honda Rebel. Now, the Rebel 250 is a bike that she felt fit her really well. And we did try other smaller bikes, and she stuck to the Rebel 250. Now, tons of people on that video were like, I can't, like, oh, you shouldn't have bought a 250, she's gonna outgrow that in no time, like, you should have got a 500, you should have got a this, you should have got a that. Dude, have you ever tried to change a woman's opinion once she has her mindset on something? Seriously, like, yeah, if you guys got a wife or a fiance or a girlfriend or whatever, like, you know, once they get their mindset on something and they start doing the research and learn all about it, I mean, it's pretty much the way it's gonna be. And so I wasn't gonna try and convince her out of anything. I just wanted her to get into motorcycles. And if the Honda Rebel 250 was it, then so be it. Frickin' bugs are attacking me. Damn bugs. So yeah, like, hell yeah, I was more than willing to go along with it. You know, was the 250 small? Yeah. Like, do I think she could have started on the 883? There's probably plenty of people that can, but was it for her? Definitely not. She was not comfortable with it. And that's the biggest thing I always mention whenever people are like, do you think the 883 is the right bike for me? Or do you think this bike is a good starter bike? Or like, even in my starter bike video, I mention, is it a good starter bike? For me, yes it was. For you, I don't know. It depends on your comfort level. And that's what it all boils down to. It boils down to your comfort level. I'm comfortable on this bike. And this is a freaking FXDLS Dyna Lowrider S with a 110 cubic inch engine, and the thing hauls ass. It freaking chirps the rear tire whenever I'm going through gears, you know? Like on turns, you can get that rear tire going to where it's almost scary, you know? Would this have been a good starter bike? Hell no. Way too much power for a starter bike. I wouldn't have known how to handle it all. I would have freaking ended up hurting myself. But since I got the iron, and I started on that, and I got used to that, and then I got the R6, and I got used to that, I basically like slowly grew into it and became acclimated to being able to handle more. However, are there people that can freaking jump on a leader bike and just go and be totally content with it? Yeah. Oh shit. Sorry, bro. I mean, have there been people that have done that? Yeah, definitely. You know, like I've heard of people doing that. I've seen videos of people doing, you know, starting out on a freaking, you know, leader bike, well, like a leader sport bike at that, which is just totally insane to me. Like I would not want to start out on a leader sport bike. It's way too much power. But there are people that do. I'm sure there's a lot of people that do and get hurt. But I'm sure there's, you know, a few people that also do and are able to manage and are responsible. So yeah, is the Iron 883 a girl's bike? No. There is no designated girl's bike. And to me, I guess what it boils down to is I feel like the people that are saying you got a girl's bike are people that have small penis syndrome. And I'm gonna have to bleep that out because I'm probably not allowed to say it on YouTube, but what I'm saying is it's like the same complex that people that buy really big trucks and jack them up and put huge tires on them and all that shit. Yeah, that's, every time I see a truck like that, it's like you're trying to compensate for something, you know what I'm saying? So somebody coming at me saying that's a girl's back attacking me, or saying some bullshit like that, that immediately makes me think, sorry about your compensation problems, bro. Because I could give a shit what you ride, man. Like, hell, even in our group, we got bikes from a freaking Yamaha R3 to an FZ09 to a freaking B-King to like the Harley Fat Bobs to the Versus. I mean, the group that I ride with all the time, the guys that I ride with, you know, these dudes, like, they're cool dudes, man. But like, nobody judges each other based upon their bikes. Granted, B-Ride does take some heat from a couple of the other dudes because of the R3, but it's only because they're trying to get him to upgrade, which is funny. And they give him a hard time out of, you know, that's how guys are. And you know what? Maybe, no. I was gonna say, maybe that's the way people are being, like, whenever they comment on YouTube and shit, but it's definitely not, because some of those comments are vicious, total brutal. Anyways, am I gonna make that one that grinds my gears? Nah, not really, just because it doesn't piss me off. If anything, it makes me feel sorry for the person that's commenting, like, oh, where's your girl's back? You're a girl. Like, some of the comments I have gotten on that video, you know, I think it's like my second most viewed video. I can't even remember how many, like, views it has. I want to say like 70 or 80,000 last time I checked. But like, that video gets so many comments. Like, people started off with, is it a good starter bike? Yeah, if you have a vagina. Or yeah, if you're a woman. Is it a good starter bike? Yeah, if you like Barbie dolls. People are jerks, man. I guess the overall message and the bottom line is, start off with what you find most comfortable. You know, if that's a scooter, freaking so be it. Start out on a scooter. But anyways, start with what's comfortable for you, you know, like, don't let people dictate or push you into something that's uncomfortable just because of their opinions. You know what I'm saying? If I had let people like do that, I would have started out on something differently, you know. And who knows, like, would I have been able to handle the 48? More than likely. But I have no regrets with how I started, you know, with the 883 at all. Some people are totally content with that bike forever, man, and you can do so much to that bike, like tons of aftermarket options for it. Also another one of the big reasons I bought it. Overall message, man, who cares what other people think? Do what you want, do what makes you happy. Me and my friend actually had a saying growing up. It was one of my best friends that used to live with him in Texas back in the college roommate days, and we had this saying. We said, do what makes you happy and wear what's comfortable. I mean, that's the only way to live life, in my opinion. It's kind of the outset that I have on life. Oh shit, yeah, dude. Yeah, bro, it's a nice car, man. Classic. So yeah, I think a lot of my mindset stems from like that kind of thought process of you can't let other people dictate your life based on what they think, you know. You gotta be headstrong, you know, have your own opinions and realize that your opinions matter. You know, don't let people force you into something that's uncomfortable just because of what they think. Move at your own pace, do what you want, man. If you want to ride a freaking bicycle with an engine on it, ride a bicycle with an engine on it. You want to ride a scooter, ride a scooter. I will give you the biker wave, but I will not say a saw dude. I will say a saw scoo, because that's what I say to scooters. A saw scoo. Dude, this cruise control, man, check this out. Stuff is weird. Look at this. It's the weirdest stuff ever, man. It's like throttle lock, right? Just go ahead and make me a sandwich or something. La, la, la. Anyways, before I get off too far off subject here, go ahead and wrap that one up. As I always ask, you guys let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I mean, if you guys are Sportster riders, I was a Sportster rider. I'll definitely be a Sportster rider in the future. I'd love to buy one again. Miss Blockhead's looking at the 48s. You know, she's interested in them as well. Does that reinforce that it's a girl's bike? Nope. No, it does not. I mean, I don't know if you guys know who Letitia Klein is. She's actually a local to Orlando. And she's like the spokesperson, the woman spokesperson for Harley Davidson. Very heavily involved within, you know, the cruiser and motorcycle community, especially with Harley. Well, she went from an 883 to a Lowrider S. So, yeah, girls bike that. All of you dudes out there that are compensating for something. Anyways, like I said, you guys drop your thoughts down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed the episode, be sure to go ahead and hit the like button. If you guys aren't subscribed already, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well. And until next time, you guys ride safe out there. Stay vigilant. And I'll catch y'all later. Deuces.